Alrighty, so for example 9, we have 6 problems to go through. Essentially, we're given this information at the top, and we need to use this to solve this. Remember, you cannot use your calculator unless you have actual numbers. Here you have log A. You cannot plug in A into your calculator, so you cannot use your calculator. For this specific example, if you were to plug them in your calculator, you will get the correct answer. But when you go try to do it on your homework, you will not get the correct answer because A just so happens to be 10 for this problem, okay? But again, when you have letters, you cannot use your calculator to find the log, okay? So, because we do not know what this little base A is, we have to rewrite all of these either as log A2 or log A3, okay? So we're going to have to go to our little 5 things that we know, okay? So we can either rewrite that 6 using multiplication or division, except we want it to only be 2s and 3s, okay? And the reason why it's multiplication is because that log, there's only one of them. So if you look on a little chart with 1 and 2, this left-hand side is the only one with one of them. So if there's one, it's multiplication or division. If it's more than one, you do something different, okay? So how can we rewrite 6 using only 2s and 3s and multiplication or division? I'm sure you guys know, hopefully. So we can write this as log A 3 times 2. Okay, and now from here, we can use rule number 2. So we have the left-hand side, and now we're going to rewrite it as the right-hand side. So we have 2 different things, which means we have to write log A twice. So we have log A, we write the 3, we write the 2. They're both on the top, so they're both positive. And now we can plug in our information. We know that log 3A is actually 0.0477, and log 3.2 is actually this number. So all we have to do is take our calculator and plug in those decimals and add them together. So plus point this, and we get approximately 0.778 for our answer, okay? Now let's look at the next one. Here we have a top and a bottom, which means we can break them up, right? We have a 2 on the top, and we have a 3 on the bottom, which means I can write log A 2 times. So I have log A. We have the 2 here, the 3 here. This 2 is on the top, so the log is positive. This 3 is on the bottom, so the log is negative. Okay, so here we have plus. We know that log A2 is equal to 0.301, and then minus, and we know that log A3 is equal to 0.477. So again, we just take our calculator, plug those decimals in, and then we subtract them. And when we do that, we get approximately negative 0.176, okay? And that would be the answer. Pretty cool, right? Alrighty, so for the next one, we have, can I write that? Yeah, okay. So for the next one, we have 81. So again, we need to figure out how to rewrite 81 using multiplication or division in only 2s and 3s. So we can break down 81. 81 is 9 times 9, or 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, right? So 4 3s make up 81. So we can rewrite log 81 as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, and then we can break that up into all adding, right? Or we can rewrite it as 3 to the 4th power, right? So if we have a power, we can use number 4, and then we can shift it to the front, right? So we take our power and we move it to the front. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I know that this is equal to 4 log A3. And now we know that log A3 is approximately this number, so it's going to be 4 times 0.477. So then our answer is just going to be 0.477 times 4, which gives us 1.908, okay, for the answer. Okay, moving over to D. Again, log A2 is 0.301 and log A3 is 0.477. Okay. Cool. So here we have 1/4. We have a fraction, so that means we can split it up into two parts. So we can do positive, because it's on the top, log A1, and then minus log A4. Okay, we only have 2's and 3's. Remember, anything that's to that 1, anything that has that 1 there is always going to be 0, right? So if you see a 1, it's 0. If you see doubles, it's a 1. So here, we're going to get a 0, and then minus. We have a 4 here, which we can rewrite as log A2 times 2. Then we can split that up, or we can write it as 2 squared, right? If we write it as 2 squared, we can use number 4 and bring it to the front. So now we have negative 2 log A2. And we know that log A2 is equal to that 0.302. So we have negative 2 times 0.301, sorry, not 2. And that's going to be equal to negative 0.602 for the answer. Okay? Alrighty, so let's move to the next one. So we have log A of 5. So we need to rewrite 5 only using multiplication and division, using 2's and 3's. Do we have anything? We do not. You cannot rewrite this as log A2 plus 3. I mean, you can, but then you can't do anything from there. So we have one log, and on the inside of that, we have adding and subtracting. But that doesn't fit any of our rules. Does that make sense? We don't have just a single log with adding and subtracting on the inside. We only have it with multiplication and division. So for E, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It just means that there's not enough information. Not enough. Can't spell today. Not enough information to determine what the answer is, okay? And then this last one is pretty straightforward. We already know log A of 3, which is 0.477, divided by log A2, which is 0.013. So we just plug that fraction straight into our calculator to get our answer, and that is going to give us 1.5847. So I'm going to take that and make it a 5. Okay, for the final answer.